So we're making some more categorical data displays. We have our frequency table still left over from last time. I tried erasing all that ink, and sometimes it makes this stuff bleed a little bit, whatever. We still have the same four colleges, same counts. We're going to make what's called a pie chart. Pie charts are only used if the data forms parts of a whole. So what does that mean? Each individual must be in one and only one category. So there's only 4 colleges. If you're a student here, you're in one of the colleges. That's the assumption. So each person belongs just to one of these categories, and each person belongs to a category and only belongs to one of the categories, and that makes those categories parts of a whole. So you would say maybe disjoint parts of a whole, but we just say parts of a whole. And then what we want to do here is arrange it so these wedges, the area of these wedges then, is proportional to the number of observations. So the area here is supposed to be about 35.5% of the total area. And if you know something about making wedges like that, the area is proportional to the central angle. So if you want to find the central angle, say for Chaz here, so like what angle is this, if you wanted to draw it yourself? So the area represents 35.5% of the whole thing. Well, you could just break out about a third of it like I did here. But if you want to know the exact angle, you would take, since there's 360 degrees all the way around, then you would just take what fraction of 360 is 35.5%. So we'd go 35.5, oh, maybe I should use a real pen. 35.5% of 360 degrees is 0.355 times 360. Okay, I've got a calculator here. 127.8 degrees. So that purple angle there, and if you had a protractor, you could get a pretty accurate read on it. 127.8 degrees. And if we did like the skinny one here, say keeps, like that. Keeps would be 0.218 times 360. I'm doing it now. Really? 0.2? Yeah, 0.218 times 360. 78.5 degrees. 78.5 degrees. I rounded slightly. So 78.5 here. Well, whatever. I'll go pink. 78.5 there. So that lets you create what's called a pie chart, and you could compute the angles in the center. This is the middle of a circle. I didn't do a very good pie here, right? That's a circle. Not quite. That's the center. These radiate out to make wedges, and the angles are these proportions times 360 degrees of each wedge, corresponding to each category. Okay, so now we've talked about bar graphs and pie charts. And now we're going to talk about when mistakes happen with charts. So we have to have parts of a whole. Over there in bar graphs, we want to make sure we start at 0. And maybe we want to do percents. Maybe we want to do counts. Maybe we want to put them in order. Let's look at some examples and see what you can do and what you can't do with some of these examples.